Imagine standing on a launch pad in the middle of the night. Ahead of you, a rocket as tall as a skyscraper is screaming. White clouds of ice-cold gas are pouring off its sides. This isn't just a practice run. This is the moment that decides if we ever walk on the moon again. For hours, engineers have been holding their breath, watching a tiny needle on a pressure gauge. If this fails, the mission is dead. If it works, the doors to the solar system swing wide open. We just got word from the Florida coast that Artemis II has cleared its biggest hurdle yet. The full-up fuel test was a total success, and we are officially on the clock for a moonshot. This is the high-stakes world of rocket science where one tiny bubble of air could end it all. So what actually happened? To get a crew of 4 astronauts to the moon and back, you need a massive amount of energy. The SLS rocket uses super-chilled liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. These chemicals are so cold they would freeze a humanoid solid in a second. But when they mix, they create the most powerful explosion we can control. The problem is that these liquids are incredibly hard to handle. They leak through the smallest cracks. They change volume when they warm up even a tiny bit. This test, called a wet dress rehearsal, was designed to see if the rocket could hold its breath. Engineers filled the entire ship with over 700,000 gallons of this freezing fuel. They had to make sure the pipes didn't crack and the valves didn't freeze shut. It is like trying to fill a giant balloon with liquid nitrogen while it sits in a humid swamp. If the pressure isn't perfect, the whole thing turns into a bomb. To understand the tension, we have to look back at what happened during the first Artemis attempts. A few years ago, NASA kept hitting a wall. Every time they tried to load the fuel, they found persistent leaks. Tiny seals the size of a coin were failing. The missions were canceled over and over again. People started saying the rocket was too complicated to ever fly. It was a battle between the smartest minds on Earth and the laws of physics. But for Artemis II, the stakes are even higher because this time, there is a crew. During this latest test, the team used a new kind start method. They loaded the fuel slowly, letting the metal get used to the cold. At T-minus 10 minutes, the computers took over. The crowd at Cape Canaveral was silent. They watched the sensors like hawks. When the clock hit the final cutoff point and the rocket stayed perfectly sealed, a massive cheer broke out. They didn't just fill a tank. They proved that we have finally mastered the most dangerous fuel on the planet. This matters to you because we are officially living in the second space age. This success means that in just a few months, humans will be orbiting the moon for the first time in over 50 years. This isn't just about flags and footprints. The tech being tested here is what will eventually take us to Mars. Every time we solve a fuel leak, we are getting closer to making space travel as common as flying a plane. It shows that even when things seem impossible and fail over and over, you can win if you keep fixing the small details. The moon is no longer a distant dream. It's a target we are about to hit. The next time you look at a full moon, remember that a crew is currently training to go there, and the fuel that will take them is finally ready to roar. Are you ready for the ride?